He was struggling with premature ejaculation just lasting under 45 seconds. Anxiety, fear, and anxiousness as well. Whenever he was around any kind of woman, even his sisters, he started feeling panic. He started feeling like running away from that place. How did Saksham rewire his brain from porn-induced patterns and overcome his premature ejaculation? He was just a young man in his early 20s who was interacting with women way less. Now, he met a colleague in his office whom he dated, and finally, he had his first penetrative sex of his life, where he was just lasting about 40 to 50 seconds. He came in a doubt, but then it triggered him because that cycle went on for many more months, many more times, and that cycle got him into a trap of anxiety and fear. Now, that anxiousness also brought him erectile dysfunction along with the premature ejaculation as a problem. Due to which, in every single cycle of penetrative sex, he was just lasting in under 45 seconds. Where, whenever he was around any kind of woman, any office colleague, even his sisters, he started feeling panic. He started feeling like running away from that place. He tried improving his sexual performance through various things. Number one, he started going to the gym, he started doing strength training workouts, he started doing core workouts, but actually nothing helped him. Then he also went into a routine where he was actually being abstinent for more than 1.5 months. He started doing no fap, he started doing semen retention because he might have read it somewhere, but actually nothing helped him. It just resulted in more and more of nightfalls. Coming to the third part, where he actually also tried some various hacks which he just saw on some YouTube random video, where he was actually just writing down such affirmations that yes, I'm a man, I can do it, I'm a man, I can do it, but obviously that also didn't help at all. Then at last, he used some kind of numbing sprays, some kind of lidocaine, inclusive gels and ointments over his penis, but then again, that resulted in just making his fun by his girlfriend, who just said that even after using these things, you're not able to last more. That again trapped him into more anxiousness, doubtfulness, and he felt defeated altogether. So when he came to us, we actually did very thorough assessments and tests on him. After which we actually found out that his neural pathways were altogether different from the real life scenarios. Talking about his nervous systems, his parasympathetic nervous system showed early responses and his sympathetic nervous system got totally blocked. Talking about his pelvic floor muscles, they also got weakened up, hypertonic and reactive. It was only because of the isolation induced environment where he was actually rigorously and regularly masturbating in his teenage years, which actually led him not only to premature ejaculation but also towards performance anxiety. Now, why is that? Let's talk about that a bit. Now, that was because his dopamine receptors got overloaded with unrealistic standards, and now he is not able to perform in the real life scenario. So now he was actually totally hyper focused on not failing, which means that he had this fear in the back of his mind that he should not be performing the similar ways that he was performing in the past few times, with which he actually developed a neural pathway blockage as well. If I talk more about that, then his parasympathetic nervous system got overpowering and was also overfiring, whereas the sympathetic nervous system was totally inactive, which led to another problem in him called the erectile dysfunction. Now, he was not only not performing good in bed, but he was also not able to maintain his erections for a longer time. Now, this was all because his real life intimacy was totally different from his imaginary world. I've not only seen this in Saksham, but also men around me, men who've been working with me, men who are my clients, and also various men across India. This particular phenomenon is overall called as male loneliness epidemic, where we men feel lack of confidence, lack of building genuine connections, social anxiety, social isolation, which actually results in various career related and personal life related problems. Talking about Saksham's recovery plan, we actually took it on a way aggressive mode. We were actually working upon basic pointers such as neural pathways reset, we were working upon his pelvic floor muscle health, we were working upon his hormonal imbalances, and also we're working upon his lifestyle and neural system reset. Talking about the specifics of it, because I know you guys might be interested in that, so let me just pick up my phone over here. And seeing Saksham's graph over here, I can say that in neurosensitivity rehab, we actually trained his dopamine receptors to perform in real life scenarios. Also, we actually trained his glands to be more sensitive in the real world scenario rather than just performing in imaginary world. Talking about his hormonal and biochemical support, we actually boosted up his testosterone from bare minimum of 320, now being at 650. His estradiol went down to 16. FSH we bought back up to 4. Talking about LH, it was at bare minimum of 1.5. We bought it back up to 7. And talking about vitamin D3, which was at a way low level before, it was just at 4, we bought it back up to 43.5, which actually supported his physiological environment to perform and last better. Talking about, last but not the least, his lifestyle and nervous system reset, we actually gave him some entrainment for his circadian rhythm, where he was actually pushing his biological cycle back 15 minutes each and every day. Apart from that, we were also focusing upon his breath work and also vagus nerve stimulation, and overall, with all this integrated approach, he was actually able to perform better in real life scenarios rather than just being able to perform in imaginary world. Over the course of these 12 weeks, Saksham underwent a remarkable journey, a remarkable transformation. Starting from week 1, where he was just able to last about 45 seconds, coming down to 5th or 6th week, where he was actually able to perform more than 5 or 6 minutes. And that too with a proper erection. Now, this had happened only when we were focusing not only upon the physical part of it, but also the pelvic floor muscle re-enablement, also focusing upon the neural pathway resettlement and rewiring of the dopamine receptors. Overall, by the end of the 11th week, he was actually able to perform more than 12 minutes. And by the end of the 12th week, now you won't believe me in this, but he was actually able to perform more than 16 minutes in one single stretch. Talking about the intimacy, it got completely changed. Why? Because now Saksham and his partner were not rushing into things anymore. Saksham did not have this fear in the back of his mind, and he was actually able to go for 2 to 3 rounds now. That too, each round lasted for more than 15 minutes. Now, as I say, it's not just about the physical part of it. It's about the confidence. For the first time in many years, Saksham actually felt like a real man. Walking into the rooms, whether at work or whether at social gatherings, he was actually feeling pretty confident and was walking there in with a full aura. He actually also made a new girlfriend recently who was always boasting him about his personality. And why was that? Because now Saksham was fully calm, confident and present in that very moment. Don't wait until anxiety builds up and these habits become permanent. The sooner you treat PME, the faster and more reliable the results will be. Book a consultation today and regain and reclaim your overall confidence.